Hi everyone, especially Capricorn. So I am doing your twin flame reading for the month of May. This is kind of matching up the divine masculine with the divine feminine and just kind of seeing your energies and if you're kind of on the same wavelength. Now you definitely can interchange them, but I have here the Tarot of Inspiration to represent the divine masculine and the Enchanted Romance Tarot to represent the divine feminine. I'm going to ask each side some questions. I will focus on the energies of masculine and feminine and use pronouns like he and she, but definitely understand that it's male, female, masculine, feminine, querent, or cross-watcher, and just put yourself where you see yourself, okay? So pardon me for using, just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to use certain pronouns, okay? And sometimes I'll be talking to you and I'll say you as the masculine, sometimes you as the feminine, so just ignore that if that doesn't apply. All right, for the first question for the month of May, and we're doing Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or any other. Hey, my Venus is in Capricorn, so maybe this will apply to me. Any other placements for the divine masculine Capricorn in the month of May? What are his feelings? So first we're going to ask for feelings, and I'm putting this little flower to cover up my little spot because I hate that. I'm such a Virgo moon. Okay. All right, so what are the divine masculine's feelings in the month of May towards his divine feminine? What? Oh, okay. Interesting. So we've got a little bit of defensive measures, but we've got the Ace of Pentacles, so that's good. Seven of Wands. That's a very graphic Seven of Wands. The Two of Swords is interesting too. It's like a chasm. Wanting to, maybe it's a bit of a challenge or a fight to bridge the chasm. The Ace of Pentacles actually makes me think of the physical bridge that he might put there after much hard work. So let's think about this a little bit more. For the first question, his feelings. He could be working very hard about the relationship. You know, if you're feeling very defensive, he's defending his position and his territory and things that are dear to him. There's a lot of fortitude here, overcoming obstacles. It could be overcoming a distance between the two of you, and courage and determination. This feels more of an action, but he's feeling like his feelings are, you know, no matter what, I'm going to defend our connection. I'm going to defend this feeling that you are the one for me, and I'm not going to let anybody change my mind. Sometimes this also indicates symbolically it's a duel for a fair lady. So somebody could be in the way here, and he wants to let the third party know that you are his, or that the divine feminine belongs to him, or maybe it'll be sort of a challenge to his beliefs that you belong to him, you know, that the divine feminine belongs with the divine masculine. So this Two of Swords is more is another defense kind of card, you know, and a little bit of waiting and self-control. And so there's some kind of predicament. There's some kind of this goes more, so this is like physical aggression, and this is mental planning or strategizing or trying to figure things out. And then I think he's feeling that he's about to come up with a solution, but all of this stuff are what he's going through emotionally, but he hasn't really told you how it's affecting him. So he's hoping for this, like, it's almost like his feelings, his thoughts, and his hopes are all right here in the very first question, but we break them down even more. Okay, so he's feeling like you will have a chance, okay, that he's got some resources in the works, and a beginning of a new cycle of prosperity and growth is going to come through. He'll have to do a bit of, you know, physical defense and intellectual defense to get this going for him. And all of these things, I feel like they're just kind of, you know, when you look at a Capricorn and they have this stoic appearance and you wonder, what the heck is he thinking or what is he feeling? There's a lot right there. He's not the same as a Scorpio where he's like, you know, hiding behind a mask. It's more like, it's more chivalrous, I think, in the sense that he doesn't want to burden you with his thought process or his feelings. So, you know, until it all works out, until he all has it kind of a little bit Libra-like, you know, until he has all sides balanced out, then he'll present to you what his thoughts are, his feelings are. But it's funny, with Capricorn's thoughts and feelings are really close and neck, you know, their feelings are just more like the physical manifestation of his thoughts for him in a way. So let's see, what are the divine feminine's feelings in the month of May for her divine masculine, for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see. Okay, what are the divine feminine's feelings towards her divine masculine? What are the divine feminine's feelings toward her divine masculine? Did that one not come out? Okay, well, that's kind of towards herself. She's feeling good about herself. All right, she's feeling, she's got a lot of love here, and she's feeling very, very generous. Like, I think the feminine is not real sure what he's doing, but he seems to have some kind of idea or plan, or want, you know, like trying to bridge a gap or trying to connect. And it's almost like she's reaching out. She's like, yes, like she's trying to reciprocate whatever he's trying to hand her in whatever direction. It's funny how we're getting action verbs, though, action energy so early on in the reading, but she's feeling like there is a chance here, and she's feeling the reciprocity. She's feeling the reciprocity. She's feeling that he actually is answering her needs and her call. So that's good. All right. So let's see now. What are his thoughts? What are the divine masculine's thoughts towards his divine feminine in the month of May? What is the divine masculine's thoughts for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising? What are the divine masculine's thoughts? Okay. Well, it's crazy. Like I just said, you know, thoughts and feelings kind of entwined, you know. He doesn't really separate his thoughts and his feelings too hard, but his feelings, so this is kind of, it's both thoughts and feelings, very mixed together, but he's very stoic about it all, like really not letting on too much. But look at this beautiful beginning again. Ace of Pentacles wanting stability, and Ace of Cups wanting to start again with love. And the Queen of Pentacles with his divine counterpart, and that's beautiful. So his thoughts are full of love towards his divine counterpart. So it's like his mind, he sees, you know, her sitting in his head, just like that. And we have the two aces, so lots of newness here, new beginnings, starting again, and fresh energy. Let's see what her thoughts are. What are the divine feminine's thoughts toward the divine masculine in the month of May? Oh, so good. Same kind of wavelength, you know, like this is the happily ever after. Her thoughts are on love as well, love and stability. It's kind of like those two combined is the 10 of Cups, you know. Cups is definitely more of that emotional energy, all-encompassing contentment, and the Ace of Cups really kind of echoes that. It's just, this is more like new energy and giving energy, but and this is like the fulfillment of all of that. So it's like some of these readings, it seems like the feminine takes it a next step. Like the masculine will present the feminine with something, and she's like, I will take that and I will, you know, like playing poker, like, you know, I match your, you know, amount and I raise you, you know, kind of thing. And so the masculine's great, you know, but, you know, maybe if the feminine would just appreciate, you know, the offer that the masculine would make. But I feel like they're both growing so much, and I feel like she kind of takes it upon, and this is so beautiful because Capricorns are all about ambition, right? And so it's her ambition to take this cup and turn it into 10, you know, to turn it into the big, I was gonna say big chunk, I don't know, to the big happily ever after, this new beginning, turn it into the happily ever after, to the destination. So now let's see, what is the Divine Masculine's hopes in the matter here? What are the Divine Masculine's hopes towards the feminine, the Divine Feminine in the month of May? What is he hoping will happen? This one is a weird card. Oh my goodness, I'm not even going to take that one. That was a clump. What are his hopes? Well, I'll take this one then. Because, so it's funny because I was just thinking about this morning, thinking, you know, I have thoughts and feelings, hopes, but I don't have fears. I don't have hopes and fears. I didn't do the fears category. And I feel like that's important because both sides do have their fears and the obstacles and the things that they don't want to deal with. But I feel like the obstacles are playing out anyway, you know, so maybe that chasm represents the obstacles. But I think his hopes is that she will connect with him. She will choose him, you know, of all the girls, all the fish in the sea, that she will choose him. Or in the other way around too, that when he sees her, that she will be the one and he will know it immediately. So maybe there's still sometimes a little bit fear of the connection, fear of the situation, fear of the fact that you guys are even twin flames. Maybe just he's still not 100% convinced, and he needs that to be convinced. So maybe his hope will be that finally he will just know that out of everyone, that his Divine Feminine is the one. Let's see what her hopes are towards the Divine Masculine in the month of May. So she too has sort of reservations. I mean, they're mirroring each other, but she definitely has a lot of hope. The Princess of Pentacles has that kind of youthful appearance, that youthful, and its Pentacles very earthy. The qualities here for the Princess of Pentacles are very sweet. It's all about her being gentle, warm, and sweet, and nurturing, and motherly, and sensible, and stable, and studious, and calm. And maybe she's hoping that, yeah, the same thing, that he will notice her out of everyone, and that he will appreciate her for who she is. And I think ultimately, I think there's a little bit of shyness and a reservation, but I think ultimately she is hoping for this journey. And we have these aces on this side. So here we have the Fool with the 0 with the beginning. So a beginning, and on both sides we have this newness and this beginning. So ready to take that journey. Maybe there's a lot of you out there in Capricorn land who have just discovered your twin flame, and you're now ready to face this journey together, you know, this. So that's possible. So now let's see, what are Capricorns, the Divine Masculine's actions going to be towards the Divine Feminine in the month of May. What will the actions be? What will Capricorn's actions be towards the Divine Feminine in the month of May? Okay, well, that's good. This is almost very similar. This in my deck is, I call it the Twin Flame Journey, but it represents this burden. It's kind of taking up the challenge. He is very he's a very warrior type guy, you know. He does. I think that this masculine here doesn't think anything is worth having unless you have to fight for it, unless you have to work hard for it, you know. So this is fighting hard for it, building a bridge between the distance and persevering and stick-to-itiveness, you know, sticking with it, the final end, you know, of the outcome. Sticking to it through the end until fruition, until it gets there. So that's good too, you know, like she might need a little nudge to take that first step, but she too is ready for this journey. So let's see what the Divine Feminine, what her actions will be in the month of May towards her. There you go. It's great. It's the World. So the World card represents the culmination, and it could represent travel. So she could be flying towards her masculine. It is kind of very much like the Ten of Cups. She's really, really wanting this union, this connection. She's stepping it up a lot. He might like be doing more of a begin again kind of action, and she's saying fine, you know, but I have, you know, a big picture of what I want to happen, and I hope you have the same goals as I do. And I think he does, you know. He just has a little bit different approach, you know. He feels like he has to put the physical, emotional, mental hard work into it. And here too, I think the feminine is practical for the most part, lots of pentacles, and emotional as well. But the World has sort of a bit of the universe help, you know, like having faith that outside forces will come in and help. This though is for the actions. This is joy and integration and total experience and completion, manifestation. So she's really working hard at manifesting this, you know, satisfaction. This, you know, is the end of the journey. So, and getting this grand view and having this rapture and coming home. So if she has any say in the matter, her actions would be to fly to him and come home to him, you know. But at the very least, she will match every move he makes with her own emotional passion. Well, not so much passion, but her emotional integrity, and also her practical perseverance here. So it is a little bit more of the kind of a physical progress with a little dash of of spiritual help, you know. I feel like at least on the feminine side, there's a more indication of co-creation, like she really is co-creating with spirit. On the masculine side, he's really tapping into his own personal inner strength. I mean, there could be a little bit of connection with spirit too, but I think I feel like he sees this as his duty, his obligation, his journey, you know, his job, and so to speak, you know, his efforts that he's putting into this. All right, but it looks like, yeah, he's, you know, look at them. They're coming this way. Like he's taking it looks like he's taking the hard road, right? And she's got on the plane. She knows a little bit more about manifesting and how that will actually help and lift the situation up and meet a little bit better in that regard. All right, you guys, well, it looks very promising. Some kind of movement, definite movement, and definitely the masculine seeing this relationship for what it is and hoping that they have this connection, knowing that they will have this connection. You know, I think he has this knowing now, or will in May anyway. All right, I hope you like that. Give it a thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below if it resonates at all. Maybe a different sign will resonate a little bit better. This is real interesting, though, if you chose it for, let's say, Capricorn in Venus, you know, Venus Capricorn, because when it comes to love, sometimes this is like an ambitious kind of love, a love, that a karmic kind of love, one that you have to put a lot of effort into and you keep climbing and climbing and climbing. This feels to me like it's a climb, but you'll reach the heights together, you know? And so yeah, if you'd like something more personal for yourself, definitely check out my information box. My description box at the very bottom is my email address, where I can do a private reading just like this for you if you want to. But I do have twin flame readings, like the first twin flame first. I might give you. I actually did send out an example of that. You can check out my twin flame playlist. So all the other signs will be in that playlist, and other twin flame type readings will be in that playlist. And just, you know, check out all my picker cards and everything else. There's a whole lot of fun things to see. Also, come visit me on Instagram and TikTok and Smule, and sing with me on Smule. And, you know, please subscribe, please. And hello, my subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. You guys have been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful to me. I'm a little bit sweaty right now. I'm like breaking a fever again because I got my second shot. But otherwise, doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. So I'm going to keep on with the last two of the zodiacs in this series, and then like take a nice long nap. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.